Hello everyone and welcome to my new video. Today we are going to talk about a subject that I already wanted to make a video about a couple of weeks ago. I constantly delayed it, but I think at the moment has come to actually try to answer this question that has been asked so many times by so many people over the last couple of weeks and months. And the question is, at what moment does your collection of Pokemon become so expensive or so valuable that it makes you a little bit worried about what is yet to come and what will be coming in the next couple of years? That's a very important question, a question that a lot of people already asked, and it's completely normal. We've seen an incredible increase in price for almost all Pokemon products, for sure the vintage one, but also a lot of modern products, and it's not by accident that I put Hidden Fates here on the screen before you, and the Premium Collection, and the Great and Ultra Ball collections. Everything also concerning the 25th anniversary of Pokemon, the entire hype around it, because it is some kind of hype again, made everything very expensive and made prices go up to a level that a lot of people ask themselves, is it maybe not the right time to sell my collection or to sell at least a part of my collection? That brings a problem with it because I already had messages and emails from a lot of people saying I'm a little bit afraid to sell a part of my collection because very quickly you're called a scalper, or you're called a flipper, or you're called whatever it is. So I think that a lot of people are struggling with this topic, and in this video I will not make this video too long. I will just give you my personal opinion about how I think that you should handle this matter, because I understand the struggle that it can be, for sure. For people that are already a very long time inside of this hobby, they already had a lot of periods that you had barely interest in Pokemon, prices really collapsed at those moments. So I think those people really expect in the coming years, this is the 25th anniversary of Pokemon, next year is the 26th, 27th, 28th. It's really not so important for a lot of people. So I think that the hype around Pokemon that we've seen in 2020 and 2021 so far will probably decline a little bit in the years to come. And I understand that's worrying a lot of people, because however so many people say that we cannot talk about Pokemon as an investment, at the end of the time, everyone puts a lot of money inside of this hobby. Pokemon is extremely expensive. I already talked about it with one of my best friends also this week. He also said that it's almost impossible to find a very decent priced Pokemon product at this moment. And even the most small items, even the mini tins of like Shining Fates, look at the price that those mini tins are going for on today. So it's not so easy for someone on a smaller budget to actually still be able to keep the collection going and to purchase more and more products. So I understand also because of that reason the question at a certain moment will come if it's maybe not a good idea to sell a part of your collection. So let's try to answer that very important question inside of this video. First of all, one of the most responsible sets for this entire hype and the gigantic price race that we saw over the last couple of months and already 1 year and a half is of course Hidden Fates. I think Hidden Fates did a lot of good things for the hobby. It brought a lot of people back, but it also made sure that this set is so incredibly popular that not only the prices from this set specifically rose, but also everything that's surrounding Hidden Fates. It also made sure that Unified Minds and Cosmic Eclipse did not get the attention that it deserved. So it did a lot of things good, a lot of things bad for the hobby. But why I chose to put this logo from Hidden Fates inside of this slide, and I will also have a lot of other products coming later on this video, is because it is the clear example from a set that is so hard to collect that a lot of people are struggling with it. And not only because it has so many rare cards in it, so many very collectible cards, but also because of the fact that a lot of cards from Hidden Fates are just so expensive. And then I'm really not only talking about Charizard, I'm naming Cynthia, I'm naming the Evolutions. The Evolutions Shiny Vault cards are extremely expensive also. So if you want to complete the full Master Set or the full set without having all the reverses and everything extra in it, It is a very big task and it will cost you a lot of money if you have to buy products to complete the set, if you want to buy certain cards from second-hand sellers, whatever the decision is that you choose to make. It will be an extremely difficult and an extremely expensive set, and we see already the same with Shining Fates. Also, if you look further, I named Cosmic Eclipse earlier in this video. Cosmic Eclipse is a fantastic set, really. It's the same in Unified Minds, also has some very expensive cards. Also, the sets of Pokemon come in a very quick phase. I mean, we are just inside of the year, and already we saw in 3 months we saw the release of Shining Fates, and almost immediately after Battle Styles, and now we are already looking forward to Chilling Reign. So I mean, it comes all in a very quick phase, and I totally understand that people are struggling these days with two problems, probably more than these two. Already some problems have been talked about before in one of my previous videos. But the first problem is that people think that at this moment them collection is at an extremely high point, it's extremely valuable, and they see the price only decline. That's the first problem that they have. And the second problem is that people are struggling to actually find new products, and if they find them, that they are pretty expensive. If you want to keep the collection going and you set some goals for yourself, those goals constantly are starting to become less and less easy to achieve. So I think those are a couple of very big problems that a lot of collectors face, not only here in Belgium, not only in Europe, inside of the United States, all the way to Australia and everywhere. I think it's everywhere a little bit the same problem and the same issue that has to be solved. Pokemon is working on it. Pokemon itself said that they are going to reprint a lot of sets, a lot of products also, like the ETBs from Hidden Fate, Shining Fates, and Champions Path yet again. So I think they are actually working on it, but I don't think that that will immediately cause the price to drop. It will just make sure that more people are actually able to obtain these new product and don't have to go to the aftermarket and pay a gigantic premium for it. So okay, that will fix one part of the problem. It will not fix everything, because I cannot see supply picking up to the full demand. That's almost impossible. On the longer term, yes, that can actually be like that, because we will see also collectors going out of the hobby again, collectors that came inside of the hobby in 2020 at a very peak. Probably you always see it, some part of those collectors will actually go away again. They just go from hobby to hobby and try to look what they actually like the most. So for sure we will see collectors go, but I don't think that we will see such a big decline in interest in Pokemon that it will totally change everything. Combination with the higher printing capacity of Pokemon will be probably good for the hobby and will make prices a little bit more stable and a little bit more to the downside. But that's something that we have to wait out and see how Pokemon will actually handle that. So let's continue. Okay, before we go into the main question of this video, and that is at what point you have to actually sell some items from your collection, I want to point something out. A very important question that you have to always ask yourself is a product hyped, and will the price that a certain product achieved, will it actually stay? I already talked a lot about Hidden Fates in this video. That's because I think that Hidden Fates is the most clear example from all the sets, from all the modern sets, sorry, that we've seen over the last couple of years. And the products that you see in front of you are maybe the best ones that I can pick out from the set. I also could have taken the Elite Trainer box. I also could have taken the pin collection boxes. I know that. Why I choose these items? Let's first talk about the tins. The tins from Hidden Fates are constantly reprinted, and that you can already see in the price. Also, at the beginning, when the first wave was over and everyone was looking for Hidden Fates, you saw that the prices of the tins climbed immediately to a very high level. When the reprint was announced, they dropped again, and like that it is going to continue probably over the next couple of months and maybe even year to come, because I really think that we for sure did not see the last reprint of Hidden Fates, and there will be more product coming out. That does not go for the other products that you see in front of you, the Ultra and Great Ball and this premium collection Rayquaza GX box, however you have to call it. Those products will not be reprinted. Normally, never say never, but it would be highly unlikely that Pokemon would actually reprint those products. That you can see in the price on today. The Rayquaza box goes for around 300 euros. I believe Great Ball and Ultra Ball collection, don't shoot me, I forgot to look up the price before this video, but I think that they are somewhere around between 100 to 150 euro. When the release price was for this Great Ball and Ultra Ball collection, I believe 50 euro or $50 also approximately, I think, and the premium collection box was somewhere around 100, I believe. So if you see those prices on today, it's completely normal that some people think that, hey, maybe it's time to actually sell those boxes. Although they look incredible, they are really very nice display items, very good collectible items. But I totally understand, because what we sometimes dare to forget is that as we move on throughout the time, a lot of products lose a lot of them value that they achieved at a certain moment. And these products could be actually such type of products. I'm not entirely sure, because these Great Ball and Ultra Ball collections are pretty unique, not totally unique, but they are pretty unique. They also look amazing. I also have them in my sealed collection. The same goes for this Rayquaza GX box. It's an extremely nice display item. It looks very good. You have very decent cards in it, cards that a lot of people actually want to add to their collection. But on a certain moment, as you move through time, time will tell, time always tells you, but the chance always exists that these type of products will actually have a decline in interest, because a lot of more sets are on the way, and people that are coming new inside of the hobby in maybe 2, 3, 4 years, nobody says that they are actually having the or feeling the need to obtain these products or to add them to their collection. The first thing that they are probably going to do, if they actually want to collect Hidden Fates, is going for that complete set of Hidden Fates. I do see the prices of that set really keep a very decent track throughout the years, even if we will have still a couple of more reprints to come. Not the less, because that set is extremely hard to complete, so I really think that it's a very good set. It will hold a very decent amount of value. I also think the same for these type of products, but you can never tell. And again, we will see so many new products for sure later this year with the 25th anniversary set coming, that I'm a little bit afraid that those type of products that you see in front of you now might indeed lose a little bit of interest. Maybe it's temporary, maybe it will stay like that, it will only decline, and we will not see the prices that have been asked for these products on today anymore. That's something that nobody can predict. The only thing that I want to address with this is, be sure, if you hold on to products that rose in price so much, if you hold on to them, of course you can do that, but understand that the possibility exists that these prices are going to drop, and decide for yourself if that actually happens, if you will still be just as fine and just as happy with having those items in your collection as you have on today, knowing that they increased in value so much. If you have doubts about that, if you think, I will look back and I will have a little bit a bad feeling that I did not sell them, maybe you should consider on today actually selling them. I know a lot of people want to add these items to them collection, so if you ask a market conform price, a good price, a decent price for these products, I think you will not have any problem selling them. And it's not only going, of course, for these type of items, it's for a lot of other items also. You have this ultra premium collection from Hidden Fates also, which already rose in price also gigantically. So it's just a general idea that I have, a general advice, not advice, it's just my opinion that I want to give to you. Always be sure to appreciate what you have and like what you have. If you have doubts about some items in your collection, if you are in need maybe of some extra money to buy a new set, or to pay invoices, or to whatever you need money for, maybe don't hold on to it. Those are the items that if you already doubt on today, if they are actually going to decrease in value over time, that you will maybe have a little bit of a bad feeling about. So again, I don't give you any advice, I just give you my opinion. I have the idea that this video will probably get a lot of negative reviews. A lot of people will probably complain about it, that I encourage people to sell at high premium prices. No, that's not what I want to become with this video. It's just that I got already a couple of mails, and these 2 mails from last week made me make this video, because I notice that people are sometimes struggling with the fact if their collection is not too valuable and if they should not split with some items to maybe have some extra cash to put into new sets or to pay something else or to buy something else, whatever they like, but that they are a little bit holding back because they are maybe afraid of losing some items that they actually love, or they are also a bit afraid of the reactions that they will get from the community. So that's the main purpose of this video, and that's what I want to achieve with this video. And then all of a sudden you see a COVID-19 screen before you. Why I'm putting this on screen is because I want to very quickly talk about what happened in the last 2 years with the Pokemon hobby. I think that, as addressed already before, we saw the release of Hidden Fates. I think that already put a very good foundation for the hype, for the big interest gains that we saw in the Pokemon hobby. But then also last year we had COVID-19, and COVID-19 made sure that, first of all, we had to stay at home. Bars were closed, restaurants were closed, we could not go on holiday. A lot of people saved a lot of money and they were looking for a way to actually get some more joy out of them life, to actually find something extra to be busy with, because everyone was a little bit bored of staying all the time at home and not be able to do anything. In meantime, also people were looking for a way to maybe invest some money and to have a pretty decent return on the money that they actually put inside of stuff or inside of whatever they wanted to put it in. Interests on bank accounts are non-existable at this moment, and other investment possibilities are a little bit tricky. So maybe a lot of people thought that, hey, maybe this Pokemon hobby is not so bad. And that you could also see, prices didn't have a ceiling anymore at some moments. Even an extremely big printed set as Evolutions, how popular it can be. I know that Evolution is one of the most popular Pokemon sets of all time, but still it's printed in so high quantities, and look at the price of an Evolutions booster box and certain Evolutions cards, if you want to put it that way. It's really almost insane. So a lot of people, I really do understand that people are worrying about that, because I don't want to say that we are in a bubble. I think that we have seen a bubble in the year 2020. You could also see it in like Google Trends. On a certain moment you had an extremely big peak in the amount of search requests that you saw according to Pokemon, and that really was insane at a certain moment. But now we are pretty back on the normal levels that you can expect from a hobby as Pokemon. So I think that that bubble is over. I think that there was a bubble, but that bubble went away, and here we are still having extremely big prices. But we have to understand that all this COVID-19 pandemic is almost hopefully over. I think that the vaccinations already are picking up on a pretty decent tempo. So I think that everything is going to change. Also this year we have the 25th anniversary of Pokemon. It's completely normal that if something like that happens, you have a lot of new interest, a lot of new people coming inside of the hobby. People that left the hobby are coming back in. Pokemon is in all the different media, so I think it's completely normal, but also that is going to go away. After this 25th anniversary, yes, we have a lot of good games coming up, and that will of course still maintain a little bit the interest of the real Pokemon collector and the real Pokemon enthusiasts. But that being said, 26, 27, 28, 29 years of Pokemon is just not such a big deal. Also, again, we will be able to go back to holiday, we will be able to go back again to restaurants, to have a drink together, to spend more money outside of the hobby that we all share and love. So I think that's something that you have to keep in mind. And yes, it is an extra reason for prices to see a decline in the next couple of years. That's something that you have to keep in mind, and if that's something that you are struggling with at this moment already, if you are really worried that the value of your collection will drop to a level that you don't feel good about it anymore, then I think that this is the time that you have to take certain actions to make sure that you still feel good with your collection. And there's nothing wrong with that. I know that a lot of people will probably comment on this video, hey, you are encouraging people to sell, what's wrong with you? You are a Pokemon enthusiastic also, you're a Pokemon collector, and you're making this video. yes, I'm making this video because if you are in a hobby, the thing that you have to always keep in mind is that you have to feel good with that hobby. And if a moment comes that you think I'm a little bit struggling with it, then you have to ask yourself what actions you have to actually undertake to make sure that this hobby that you do love and that you do appreciate delivers you again the joy that you actually want that it gives you. So yeah. And that brings me to the final part of this video. As my main conclusion on the topic that we have in this video, if people are actually at a certain moment worrying about them collection, and if they think that it's so highly valued that maybe it can only drop in price, and they are afraid that they will feel bad about it, then I think that at that moment you have to decide for yourself what you want to do. You have to take action for sure to make sure that you still find the joy in this hobby that you actually want to have, and that actually triggered you to start collecting cards, to play the games, to do whatever that you love concerning Pokemon. At this moment, I see a lot of people struggling. I totally understand. You see that a lot of prices from a lot of products, if you compare them from before COVID-19 or before the release of Hidden Fates, before this hype or this increased interest started to pick up. If you compare those prices with the prices on today, I totally understand that people are thinking, hey, maybe it could be the right time to sell a part of my collection, and maybe I can again buy the products that I sell now for a decent price, for a lower price in the years to come. I totally understand you are taking a risk with that, of course, because nobody says that the prices from the product that you are going to sell on today are actually going to decrease. A lot of products will hold its value and will probably increase over time because they are very limited. Pokemon does not reprint them. It is from a popular set as Hidden Fates. Again, I again go to Hidden Fates with the examples that I gave you in this video. So it's something that you have to keep inside of your head. What I always say if someone asks me if they have a bad feeling about something, see everything where you put money in as an investment, as a part of your investment portfolio that's called life. If you are starting with investing in anything you want, the first reason is don't put all your eggs in the same basket, and be sure you can make a good diversification inside of your portfolio. And yes, we can also put Pokemon and collectibles in general also inside of that same portfolio. The moment that you start to notice that your Pokemon collection is having an extremely big representation of your capital, the moment that you start to feel uncomfortable with it, the moment that you start to notice that maybe you're a little bit afraid that those prices are going to go down, I think that you have to decide for yourself what you have to do with that. And there's nobody that can tell you that you cannot sell certain items. You have to decide for yourself. Maybe at a certain moment you bought a hell of a lot of premium collection boxes or different types of product. Maybe you were a collector of the build and battle kits, and now you want to only collect ETBs. That can also be a way to keep your hobby affordable, to keep it maintained a little bit, and to not have to worry about maybe the future value of all these items and of your collection in general. I see people that really buy everything. They buy build and battle kits, elite trainer boxes, booster boxes. They collect the sets. They buy all the premium boxes. At this moment, and in the phase that all these products are actually coming into the market, it's almost impossible to do that unless you're extremely rich, or I don't know where you get money from, but I think that it's something that, as with everything, you have to be sure that also your collection, your Pokemon collection, is maintained. You find a lot of joy in it, and as I mentioned before, if the moment comes that you want to separate from some items to be more, how I have to say this, to be more happy with your collection, to find some peace inside of your collection, then I think that that's exactly what you should do. And yeah, nobody should tell you different. It's your collection. You have to decide what you can actually do with it. And yeah. That's my answer. This is my opinion. Again, I don't give any investment advice. Don't say that I forced you to sell a couple of your items. No, that's not what I want to do. It's not what I want to achieve with this video. I just want to make sure that be aware of your collection, be aware of the value that it actually has, because that value is something that is important with everything you buy. So many people say this is only a hobby, we just collect and I don't care about the price that it's going to have in the future. Or yeah, in my opinion, I don't want to say it's bullshit because I have to be a little bit cautious with how I say things, but in my opinion it's not. I think a lot of people that actually say something like that are worried about the value of them collection themselves. So it's something that you should always consider and you should pay attention to. This is what I wanted to say. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, actually consider to give this video a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. And if you want to see more content from me, also consider subscribing to my channel. The videos that are on the way will be more informative. Yet again, we are going to have a full preview of the Chilling Reign set that is going to be released later this year, and I still have a lot of more other nice videos on the way for you. For now, thank you very much for watching, and I would love to see you again in my next videos. Thank you guys. Bye bye.